Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Well, today's the day I've been waiting for quite a while. I get to announce to you the new sew along from Fort Worth Fabric Studio. It is a Halloween mystery sew along and it is called As the Crow Flies. I'm super excited about this one. This one's going to work a little bit different, so I'm going to explain all that to you all. And I will tell you some of my opinions throughout this video, but the opinions are my own. They are not endorsed or sanctioned by Fort Worth Fabric Studio. So this is all me. I just wanted to put that out there right here at the beginning. So let's get to the announcement. So first we're going to go ahead and show you, I'm going to go ahead and show you the fabric for this sew along. The fabric, of course, is Halloween fabric because it's a Halloween sew along. So let's start with this little guy here. Beautiful stars. And then we've got some spider webs. So these are all the fabrics that come in the kit. Now the kit is $79.96. This quilt will finish at 58 by 58 inches and it is beginner friendly. Here's some bats. And if you're purchasing the kit, you will need 4 yards of backing fabric, whether you purchase it from Fort Worth Fabric Studio, which would be nice to support them, or if you have 4 yards of Halloweenish fabric in your stash, that's what you're going to need for the back of this kit. That's beautiful. And here's some more spider webs. Ooh, this stripey is pretty. I hope that's the binding. I don't know. I love stripey binding. These are Riley Blake fabrics. So good quality fabrics. As always, Fort Worth always uses beautiful fabrics. That one's really cute. Some stars. There's quite a bit of this, so I'm thinking that's going to be the background fabric, but I don't know for sure. And this one has a panel this time. So I'm going to open up this panel and show you guys. Give me just a second here. It's kind of large. So there's a bat, there's a spider, there's a crow, and then witch's brew. So really cute for Halloween. This is going to make a really fun Halloween project. So what I wanted to talk about is this time around, the sew along is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to provide tutorials here on my channel like I do for all of their sew alongs, but this time the patterns are not going to be free. So if you purchase the kit, you're going to have the patterns emailed to you each week during the sew along, and then you can come on over to my channel and we can sew together. But the pattern will be available in its entirety at the end of the sew along after everything is done. And that will cost $10.96 if you want to sew from your stash. So the reason for this change is, let's have a heart-to-heart right now. Everybody knows that the economy is not good, right? There's inflation, we're all hurting, and let's face it, quilting is an extra. It's a hobby. It's not something we need to live on. We need to live on food and medicines and those kind of things. So it's an extra. And so this is not just for Fort Worth Fabric Studio. Like I said, this is not their opinion. This is mine. This is for every quilt shop in America, including my own, quite frankly. Sales are way, way down. Okay. And we understand that you all don't have extra money, because I don't have extra money either. I have a family of 6. But if we don't support our quilt shops, they'll disappear. And that's really, really sad. So, the last few sew alongs, a lot of people have been either sewing from their stash or they've been purchasing the fabric from somewhere else, and because it was maybe $1 a yard cheaper or 50 cents a yard cheaper, and then posting like, oh, I did this week's block and I got the fabric from so-and-so. Well, you know, Fort Worth works really, really hard. As a pattern designer myself, it takes a lot of work to make a pattern, right? You have to design it, you have to do all the math, you have to get it tested, all those things. It takes a lot of work. It's many, many hours. And for them to give the patterns for free and then have people buying fabric from somewhere else, that's tough, and it's not really very fair. We need to support them if we can. Now, they do understand, though, and this is why they're doing this option, that some of you can't afford to buy the fabric, and that's okay. Everybody knows how horrible this economy is. So if you can't, that's all right. But one of the, I don't want to say privileges, because that's not the right word, But one of the benefits to buying the kit is you do get the pattern as we sew. But here's the good news. The tutorials will be on my channel, and if you can't buy the pattern until afterwards, then you can buy the pattern and you can come back to my tutorials. The other thing is, because this one has a panel, right? It'd be really hard to give you guys the pattern as we go, because what if you get to the end and you don't have a panel that's the right size, which you won't know what you need, and you hate the pattern, and then Fort Worth is going to get complaints about the pattern. So I can see it from both perspectives, of the consumer and as a shop owner. It's really a hard balancing act. So please give Fort Worth a little bit of grace and understand that they're coming from a tough spot, because again, quilting is a hobby. It's not a necessity, but they're a small business. They need to sell things so they can feed their families and pay their bills. So this is their way to be able to do that a little bit, right? Because every little bit helps. You guys know that. So please give them a little bit of grace with this, because it's tough. Times are tough. And this was their way of coming up with a solution that would work for them and still support their shop, but also support those of you who can't afford their kits, right? So what they're doing is they're waiting to the very end. They're letting you see the quilt all done before you make the decision to purchase the pattern, in case it gets to the end and you don't like it, or you don't have a panel or can't find one that fits and you need to sew from your stash. Or if you want to take that section where the panel is in the quilt and insert something else, but you need to know the fabric requirements ahead of time so you can do that. So that is like some of the reasons that, you know, they're doing the pattern separately. And again, this is all my opinion, not Fort Worth. It has nothing to do with them. So it's on me. So please don't send them emails saying, you know, but that's just some of the explanation. Times are tough. Times are tough for all of us. And quilt shops are getting hit really hard. There's quilt shops closing every day. I live in Ohio, which is a big quilting area. We have Amish here, and they're big quilters, and the shops all around me, all of them, every single one of them has closed. The only place that there's quilt shops is in Amish country. So the closest shop to me is over an hour away, and that's one. And then I have to go to the main Amish country, which is 2 hours away. So it's tough. All the shops are closing because they just can't keep up, because they're suffering from inflation too, right? The fabrics that shop owners are purchasing are costing us more, and then we have to pass it on to customers because we can't eat that. And shop owners that have a brick and mortar have to pay overhead. They have to pay lights. If they're a company like Fort Worth, they still have to pay for a warehouse space and all the utilities, plus shipping it out to everyone. And shipping has gone up exponentially since you guys know what happened in the world a few years ago. So if you could give them a little grace and understand where they're coming from. I know it's a tough pill to swallow. I know that a lot of you are going to be disappointed and upset. I've already seen some of that in the Facebook group about what's happening without having the free pattern. But we need to support quilt shops. We need to support pattern designers. It's a lot of work. They work very, very hard, and it's not a lot of profit, to be honest with you. It's very tough work to be a quilt shop owner. You're on almost, 24/7. Obviously you sleep at some point, but we work really, really hard, and we don't get a huge paycheck for all that work. So please, please, please understand and support Fort Worth Fabric Studio and your local quilt shops as well. So again, all my opinions, nothing to do with Fort Worth Fabric Studio. But that being said, I hope you will join me for this sew along. And if you need to wait till after, my tutorials will be right here on my channel, so you can come back and sew with me still. I'd love to see you, sew with me. And if you do have to wait, purchase the pattern, use your own fabrics, I'd love to see pictures of that. You're still welcome to post those in the Facebook group after it's over. But that being said, Jody has been super generous with me throughout my journey with Fort Worth Fabric Studio. She is the owner of Fort Worth Fabric Studio, and she's generously always, I don't get paid to give you guys the tutorials, right? I don't get paid to make videos on YouTube. We don't get paid. But she very generously gives me the kit. So that's my payment. And most of you know that have been watching me for a while that she usually gives me a kit to give to one of you. And that is the case this time around as well. So I want to thank Jody for that, because I know it cuts away from your profit. And I hope you guys can leave a nice comment below and thank her for that as well. But if you would like a chance to win this kit, it is a $79.96 value, so really good value. It's the complete kit for the top and the binding. Leave a comment down below and make sure you insert something with the word Halloween in it, and I will enter you in the giveaway. Now this begins June 24th and ends July 22nd. It's a 5-week sew along. And so I'm going to pick this winner by the end of this week, by Thursday actually. It is June 3rd, so that would be 3rd, 4th, 6th. I just got home from vacation, so my dates are a little off, but I believe June 6th. I will pick the winner. I will announce it in the video. If anybody contacts you in the comments down below and says, oh, you're a winner, that's a bot or a spammer trying to steal your information. So please, please, if you get that, don't pay attention to it. The only way you'll know who won is coming back to my video, back to my channel on Thursday. I will use a random comment picker, pick the winner, and announce it there and tell you how to contact me to get your kit. So I'm very excited to give this away. Thank you again to Forward Fabric Studio for providing me a kit and providing y'all a kit. And also they do have, if you decide to purchase the kit, they do have backing fabric. I got this cute bat on orange, but they have all kinds of fabrics to pick from. Or again, if you purchase the kit and you have backing fabric, feel free to use your own backing fabric, of course. So again, support your quilt shops. Support Forward Fabric Studio. They're a wonderful, small, family-run business. We need quilt shops in our life. I love this hobby. I love this business, and I don't want it to end. So thank you guys for listening. I hope I didn't offend anybody, and I hope I helped you understand a little bit for the change that is happening this time around. So I'll see you guys soon, and I can't wait to sew along with you. Take care. Bye.